Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Saturday, January 16th, 5:10 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Check out Bitcoin Daily View. There's cool stuff there. Against the USD, looking at the crypto market, not bad at all. Ethereum's in the green, DOT is in the green, and ADA is in the green. And why I mention those being in the green is because, well, they are in the green. Also, so is UNI. But what is rocking is when you've got green against USD and also against BTC, it means you're making a strong run right now, as the universe currently is. Ethereum, DOT, ADA, and UNI are still in the green against BTC also. So they're strong coins. We'll take a look at those as we move along. Bitcoin trading volume 5.8 billion, not bad at all. 3.3 billion on Binance, and Coinbase almost showed up for work today over a billion, but it didn't quite make it. 921 million. We'll give Grandma's Exchange a break. Binance 40% longs, 59% shorts. So sentiment where that beautiful volume right now is definitely short. And why is that? I think people are just plain old frustrated because today is forming a red candle. And of course, we have two red candles beforehand on the daily. The MACD is negative on the daily. So right now, we're in a sideways consolidation, if not a bit of a dumpy chart. Once that MACD does cross negative on the daily chart, it tends to be, it just creates a lot of gravity. It tends to want to pull Bitcoin down. I would be just careful if I was longing or shorting because we're kind of sideways with a negative MACD on the daily. Anything can happen. Let's look at the 12-hour. Okay, we're negative on the MACD there. Let's look at this 4-hour. 4-hour is still above the 200 moving average on the chart, but the MACD is definitely negative, and it's going further negative. Looking at the 2-hour, all right, 2-hour still have we have a negative MACD. We crossed positive a little while ago briefly, but now we're negative again and widening. So really, on long and short time frame, watch your butt. Do note this on the 2-hour chart. We've been above the 200 moving average for quite a while. We've been pumping. We had our big dump, but we have been keeping support above the 200 moving average with an occasional venture, little scouting mission below it. Maybe this time, as we're dumping right now on the 2-hour chart, maybe we will turn around and bounce off that. But if not, if we do go below that, which we haven't, but still, with the negative MACD on the daily and all the mostly shorter time frames, I should say the daily MACD being negative and the shorter time frames being negative, then watch out. If we don't hold this, it's going to be short territory, and we'll look at that a little bit closer. As always, not financial advice. I'm not a financial consultant or a life coach. I'm a weird dude here in his garage. So do note that the 3-day MACD, we're getting some white candles there. We're beginning to close that positive, beautiful upwards momentum that we had on the 3-day. So note this. This is interesting. So this one was the 13th, 14th, 15th. This is the 16th, 17th, and 18th. So 2 more days to go. We're definitely beginning to look sideways on the 3-day chart, and the MACD is beginning to trend negative. And we'll have a weekly MACD closing soon. I don't think it quite closed yet. So yeah, still going. Big Darth Maul kind of a weekly candle there. We'll see. I mean, we're still keeping, even the MACD kind of on the weekly is beginning to slightly lose its upwards momentum. So we shall see. 2-hour chart has been respecting the MACD, not the MACD, well, the MACD too, but the 200 moving average and this fib retracement. So right when we cross powerfully the 200 moving average on the 2-hour chart, you see this little diamond pop up. I started the fib there at the 200 moving average where it crossed. Boom, to the all-time high we had recently. And as you can see, we've been hanging out sideways, basically ranging between, like, you could say 42,000 and 30,000. So really, it's a $10,000 range we've had rocking here. But really, right now, we have been, ranging between, well, most recently between, 33,000 and 36,000. You could say 33,100 to 36,500. We've been kind of ranging. But anyways, we got above it, now we're below it. So really, we're working with this fib line here in the 2-hour charts. All about the 236 fib line. I would just watch. Also, that's the 200 moving average right here. We've been staying above it with some visits to it and slightly below it, but it's all about right now with that daily MACD negative, etc. Also, the here on the 2-hour chart, the directional index is red. ADX is too low. RSI is where it could turn around, definitely. KRI could also, in the way of oscillators, in a place where it could bounce, but still, It's just a weird time right now. We're sideways a little bit, sideways and dumpy, etc. I'm just letting it chill until it decides what it wants to do. I really think we have a lot of indicators, the longer term indicators like this, like the weekly, like the 3 day here. Just looking at the MACD. I know it's slow. I know it's retro, but I'm telling you, it does me very well. It makes money. 4 hour chart. You have a negative MACD, and the 2 hour. I mean, so to me, it's just you're starting to build some downwards pressure here on the 2 hour chart. We're visiting that 200 moving average again. Let's see if we get a strong bounce above that and get above this 236 at 36,564. Let's see if we can find support above that. I'd rather be playing this long if we're ranging between the 36.5 and 42. Anyway, anything can happen, but right now it's weekend, so I'm chilling out. Volume is beginning to slow down for sure. Let's see if we stay above the 200 moving average. I'm just gonna hang it out, watching this over the weekend, and I don't really plan on making any plays really because it's just, to me, too. I'm just not feeling any certain momentum other than possibly some downtrend starting. So, but yet I'm not ready to short either. I would rather see it get below the 200 moving average and just kind of below that and start testing these lower fib levels. Also, if we do below the 200 moving average, do note the 314 is right here. Another very, very powerful moving average. So it wouldn't surprise me if we bounce between there a little while. Anyway, Bitcoin's basically just not really feeling good about itself right now. It's just kind of flaccid, so I'm not really playing it right now. Looking at a 45-minute chart, you can see we are ranging. This is actually a fib that I did from the all-time high to our recent dump. When you go down, it's good to fib that way. When you're going up, fib that way. So it looks kind of upside down because it is the way, as opposed to how we're used to seeing it. On the shorter time frame of 45 minutes, you can see we're hanging out right now at the 0.5 fib line, but we're also under the 200 moving average. So this was the white trend line, white moving average, and also below the 314. So it's made some powerful breaks above, but it's just not holding on there. So it would not surprise me if we go back to where there's previous good amounts, voluptuous, powerful amounts of buy-sell volume and previous support and resistance in the chart, 34,800 or so, or 35,000, 34,000. We definitely have buy-sell volume in the chart and previous support and resistance, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that bounce. But we are below the 200 moving average, so but I'm not quite ready to really, short, just because the directional index is recovering. ADX is low but recovering. RSI's got plenty of room to move. Wave and oscillator by Lazy Bear is working there. KRI is moving down, but basically this is just indecisive as crap, is what it is. If we break below this 200 moving average on the 2-hour chart, definitely I'd be watching a short, but I would watch also for bounces above. On the way down off each of these previous fib lines. So with that said, snap a picture. Dot, what a wonderful, wonderful thing recently. Against USD, it's looking great. Well, here it is against BTC. If you caught that 200 moving average cross, you'd be looking really, really good right now. You would have been up around 115% recently. Of course, it's starting to dump right now, so watch these oscillators. I mean, directional is starting to get weak. RSI is at the bottom. KRI is still green but going down. The wave and oscillator is way too overextended here. It's overbought. So this guy may find a retrace, especially if Bitcoin does. ADA is so completely showing up for work. Broke the 200 moving average recently, right at about the 14th of January. And this sucker has been, 14th of January. And this thing is rocking. It's not too high above the moving average, which is the red moving average you see right there. But its indicators to me are beginning to be, it's oversold, it's overbought, and they're beginning to weaken basically. So I think the market's kind of following Bitcoin. Let's take one more brief look here. .ADA ETH. Oh, let's look at ETH. All right, ETH, USDT. Let's just look on Binance. Why not? All right, let's pull this up. Full featured chart. Oh my God. All right, so 4-hour chart. I mean, really, ETH against USD. T is looking wonderful. Let me do something a little bit more sane here like this. And then do like a 4-hour. Wonderful. Look at that. I mean, 4-hour chart made a break. Well, it's been riding above the 200 moving average for quite a while. Ethereum versus USDT. I mean, way back since, well, we had a break above the 200 moving average. It's been bouncing off. But anyway, we're well above right now. We had a dump with Bitcoin. We're dumping right now with Bitcoin. Well above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Directional X is beginning to turn green. ADX needs to catch up. And anyway, indicators are in general looking like it's just dumping a bit because it's overbought. Not a really big deal. It's going to do what Bitcoin does, basically, like everything else. Uni asterisk asterisk. How are you doing? Is that how you always do it? Yeah, you do it with asterisks. Okay, so Uniswap. I mean, a serious all-the-rage big player right now. That is for sure. Let's just take a look at that. Let me find myself here. So Uni. Oh, wait, and you know what? Before we do that, this is Ethereum versus USD. Let's split the screen here, and on the bottom, let's do Ethereum ETH versus BTC. I mean, look at that. If hopefully I'm not, you can see this. They're doing great. I mean, that's wonderful. If you see an alt that's doing good against USDT and BTC right now, that thing is good. And on the USDT side and the BTC side, these Ethereum's cooling off basically. I can do the same with the ADA, but I just don't feel like it. ADA versus BTC is doing good, so it's doing good against USDT for sure. Uni, is that going to work? Let's see, Uni, BTC, Uni Bitcoin. Okay, so Uni USDT. We'll look on Binance. I hope it's the same Uni. All right, let's do this. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I just kind of impromptu decided to hop out here and look at some things. Life's been a little bit gloriously, wonderfully busy, and I just haven't had a chance to do these daily views. So sorry about that. Looking at the 45-minute chart. Wow. Let's look at a 4-hour chart for a little bit more visualization into this thing here. All right, yeah. I mean, gosh, look at Uni. That's amazing. Uniswap, beautiful break above the 200 moving average. BTC's had a while ago at the same time, around December 30th. Against BTC, it's definitely had more of a struggle. But right now, Uni against USDT and against BTC, these are really good-looking charts. It's cooling off right now because, well, Bitcoin is beginning to cool off a bit. So, everybody, this is a good weekend to, if you like knitting or you like, whatever, whatever your hobbies are, maybe have a chart on the side and just take a look at it. Lately, I've just been longing and shorting Bitcoin with a little bit of leverage over at Bybit. If you go over to bitcoindailyview.com, there's my affiliate link, and you can scroll down, listen to this inspiring interview with Crypto Love, and also find that beautiful affiliate link, and you can make me like 11 cents. Right now, we're sideways. We're trending towards negative. I have an uncertain feeling about trading. I'm just going to chill out. If I was playing an alt, I wouldn't really be unless I'm long in that sucker, or I want to buy a dip for an alt. I wouldn't be getting in. And right now, really, until Bitcoin gets over its hangover, it's not feeling good about itself. Watch the student moving average right there. If we can bounce above that and get above the 236 at 36,564, we are rocking. If we don't, if we break below the 200 moving average, expect some dumping to like 33,100 to 33,333. If we cross this 314 moving average, you can put it in there yourself and watch that. If we get below that, well, we may bounce off that. But if we don't, we go past it, then definitely we could be hitting 30,000 or less. A 618 retrace is a pretty healthy thing, really, even in a bull market, of course, and that would be 27,548 as I've drawn it, and that would make the grumpy pants. It's got to retrace, man. It's gonna make those deranged people who live in house trailers in North Florida happy. Well, anyway. This has been the Bitcoin Daily View. I'm glad you're hanging out, and I'll see you again really soon.